All right, let's get some more reaction to today's bank hearings from our panel. Nicholas Veron is Senior Fellow at the Peterson Institute for International Economics, and Brian Gardner is Chief Washington Policy Strategist at Stifel. Welcome to both of you. Nicholas, let me start with you. I think in the wake of the covering of depositors at Silicon Valley Bank and others, there is this assumption that all depositors are going to be covered up to whatever amounts in all instances. Are we right in that assumption, or is that a leap too far?
No, I think that assumption is right. Even so, the communication from the U.S. authorities, and particularly Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, has been a bit unclear on that matter, because it seems the U.S. authorities don't want to fully own up to the consequences of the decisions that they announced on March 12, when they said Silicon Valley Bank deposits are fully insured no matter how large, and we know that some of them were in the billions, not millions. But actually, that's what the situation is. If another bank right now has a problem like Silicon Valley Bank, its depositors will be insured the same way. That's a very solid expectation, I think, and this is why actually we don't see that much panic in the banking system, because everybody got that message, no matter what Janet Yellen says.
So, Brian, how do you react to that? Are we right in assuming that all banks' deposits, no matter their size, will be backed up by either the FDIC or the Fed? What about Congress? Doesn't Congress have the ultimate call here on what the deposit insurance limit is or should be?
It does now. I mean, we used to have a construct before Dodd-Frank that the regulators had some discretion, which they used in 2008 to guarantee non-interest-bearing liabilities. That's gone away, and so Congress has to have a say. There's a mechanism where regulators can start the process, but it still ends with Congress. I would take some exception to the previous comment from Nicholas about all deposits being covered, because my guess is if you surveyed community bankers, and I'm talking banks with less than $10 billion in assets around the country, and ask them if they think their deposits are guaranteed by the federal government, my guess, a healthy majority are going to say no. And I think that's where Yellen was getting in trouble last week with her testimony. She was trying to walk a tightrope and saying, well, yeah, we're gonna guarantee deposits if there's a contagion risk, like we did with Silicon Valley and Signature. But I think you have a hard time. I think regulators would have a hard time explaining contagion risk and thus guaranteeing deposits if you start guaranteeing deposits at those smaller banks, which then you ultimately get it back to Congress. It has to be a congressional decision of where deposit insurance levels should be.
Although it doesn't sound like there's any appetite to change them right now, Brian. Am I wrong about that? And if so, I mean, that's, again, why we're seeing some pressure across the regional bank complex, although this one might be less about immediate runs. There's an expectation. I think people have moved money around, created multiple bank accounts, whatever it is. Might just be more about solvency in the longer run.
So I would point out my colleagues, my Stifel colleagues on our KBW platform did a great webinar with a group that helps manage deposits across the system. And so there is a little fail-safe mechanism there that can help banks manage their deposits. Going into today's hearing, I was skeptical that there was enough political will on Capitol Hill to increase deposit insurance. It came up once or twice. The chairman mentioned it during the hearing. That was it. And to me, the fact that it was mentioned, deposit insurance was mentioned so infrequently, I think underscores the point that there is no political will currently to increase deposit insurance, with the caveat, when circumstances change, the political winds will shift. But as you look out for the next month, where are we on deposit insurance? I don't see the political will to lift it.